Let's go. Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Previously with the Morning Q crew.
I don't know if this is spoilers. I'm just going to give a warning. This is some reports. This is some theories out there about some outcomes on the upcoming Avengers Doomsday movie. So if you don't want to even
don't want to hear the theories.
Don't even want to hear the theories. Don't want to even welcome that into the topic. Then lower your radios for the next 2.5 minutes.
And mind you, this is an unreliable source. Okay, they claim that 2 characters are absolute toast. Okay, in the new movie, and those characters are Loki and Ant-Man.
Okay, first of all, Loki. He dies in almost every Marvel movie. Let's be honest. What movie has he not died in?
Okay, but Ant-Man, I don't want Paul Rudd to die. Okay, Loki will allegedly, remember this is an unreliable source, allegedly die off screen and will have his heart ripped out by Dr. Doom.
Why would he die off screen? That don't make no sense.
It doesn't, which makes me think
because Loki ended with him holding together the timelines.
Which makes me think if it's off screen that he doesn't really die, there'll be, in a sequel, he's going to come back. So even if that is true, you can't kill Loki.
He is, I forget the actor, Tom Hiddleston. He has taken that role and he has just cherished it and made himself Loki. He's a champion for the MCU.
And if it's off screen, no, if you're going to kill Loki, it's going to be like the biggest it's going to be,
I can
Iron
see it
Man
happening though, but dang.
Yeah. And Ant-Man, so will lead his daughter, supposedly Cassie Lang, and the rest of the Young Avengers into the quantum realm, but will die in the process. So his sacrifice is meant to set his daughter up to have a bigger role in the MCU.
That would make sense. Ant-Man's already had his 3 movies, and one might say because Quantumania was so bad, he should die in the next
I didn't see it, though, but
I did. It was okay. It wasn't as bad, I think, as people made it out to be, but it wasn't the best Ant-Man movie.
I love Paul Rudd, though. I don't want to see him die in anything.
It's Doomsday. Someone's got to die.
Someone's got to die as Doomsday.
You got to make, what's his name? Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
You got to make Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. look bad.
To see Robert Downey Jr. I can't. It's just, he's Iron Man to me.
Well, they originally were going to do Kang, but the actor had some personal issues they kind of had to steer away from.
Okay, gotcha.
So, anyway, I'm excited for this movie. And Spider-Man's coming out at the end of the month.
And Avengers Doomsday hits theaters December 18th.
Whoop, whoop. All right, turn your radios back up. I need some good news, Nancy. I was looking at the ticket prices for WWE's Money in the Bank. They're going to New Orleans for a pay-per-view. And those ticket prices, man. I remember back in the day growing up, WWE wrestling used to come a lot here in Alexandria, even Lafayette, the Cajun Dome. They used to come multiple times a year now. I mean, they don't come hardly at all. And I used to pay like $55, $60, first level, center by the ring.
For a first level?
Yes.
Dang.
Then maybe like a little bit later on, it was closer to $100. Still not bad. Now, you can't get to the top of the roof without paying $300.
Yeah, you were quoting some of those ticket prices to me. What'd you say it was for like a first level, for like a first row?
First level, you're talking about like $600, $700, $800. The ringside, you're talking about $1,300.
Oh.
300 level in the Smoothie King Center. Some of them
That's
are
ridiculous.
$300. The others is like $150. No way I'm paying that.
No.
So I need some good news to pick me up, Nancy.
All right.
Prices are not what they used to be.
All right, Josh, let's
and that ain't resale, baby. That's Ticketmaster official.
I'm going to help you get a little sunshine into your soul. How about a nonprofit called the Montana Bar Fairies is going viral for rewarding people who make the safe choice not to drive after drinking. Volunteers are leaving $5 coffee gift cards under the windshield wipers of cars left overnight at bars, thanking the owners for taking a cab home instead of risking a DUI.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's
great.
I
like that too. Josh, hold on. I'm going to make you feel better because that sounded like you're still kind of a little ticked off about the prices. Hold on. It's getting better.
I really wanted to go.
Oh, no.
It's
I
fun.
can hear it in your voice.
I haven't been to an event in so long.
You said Yeah, that's great. But you're still thinking about those ticket prices. Maybe this will make you happier. Hold on. A Connecticut family's husky is a hero after stepping between a young child and a charging black bear. Home security footage captured the bear running toward the child, but then the dog sprinted across the yard to confront the bear and it chased it away. The child and the dog were unharmed, and the owner said he was rewarding the brave husky with a T-bone steak. The child was like 6 years old.
Husky.
Oh, no. So you still thinking about those ticket prices? Okay, hold on. I have one more good news story. This is going to make it great. Josh, you're not going to even think about those ticket prices after you hear this story. A 94-year-old man from New Zealand has officially been recognized by the Guinness World Records as the world's oldest water skier. His name is Brian Murray, and he entered the title 94 years old and 318 days, just a few weeks before his 95th birthday. Brian has been water skiing since 1955. He has no plans to retire, so he can extend his record even further. Here's what he had to say, quote, "You don't stop because you are too old. You get old because you stop being active." So how you feel now?
Kudos to him, because when I'm that old, I can only imagine what I'm be doing. I'll probably be laid up in the hospital bed somewhere.
Josh, you already act that old.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You take naps in the middle of the day.
Every day.
You eat your dinner at 5 o'clock.
I don't drive past
You
5.
complain about the price of everything.
Let me tell you something. Those ticket prices are outrageous. I'm watching that in my house for $30.
There you go. Josh, 95 years old.
So a staff writer for The Atlantic did a story on how AI is already breaking our brains. There's clear evidence we're not thinking for ourselves as much as we used to. I find myself like, hey, what would go good on this piece of furniture in my house? Let me send a picture, ask ChatGPT.
Right.
I find myself people like, hey, I need help with this. How do I do it? What should I do? Like, I'm talking to ChatGPT way too much.
Oh, I know. It could definitely rot our brains. Also, look at everything we're seeing now. If you're on social media, how much of that content is AI driven? You know, it's
more
just
and more each
it's
day.
more and more, and a lot of the images we're seeing is just a lot of this AI slop. You know, it's just rotting our brains.
Creativity and authenticity is going to be two things that we're going to be craving in the future, because
I know.
everything's going to be fake and just not creative.
And it's tricking
not
us.
authentic, yeah.
It's tricking us, too, into
It's
thinking
scary.
that we're listening to actual artists or reading books that were written by actual authors. And
it has its positive things about it, too, but there's
It
a lot
does.
of unknown about it still.
I
But
know.
ask for hints, not answers. This is how you stop the brain rot.
Okay.
People who ask AI directly answer their questions suffer severe declines in motivation and ability. They say to ask for, hints, not answers.
That's a good way to do it.
Clarification or background. Start with a blank page. When you want its take on something, write up your own analysis and conclusions, then ask AI to challenge your thinking, not produce it.
Okay. I like where this is going.
It's a tool, not a crutch.
Yes.
Rotate task. Every time you do a task with AI, follow it with a task that doesn't involve AI. That will keep your creative effort muscles alive. I would love to know in college and in the classroom how AI is impacting the students. Because I can imagine, like, back in my day, it was the calculator and the internet. Now you got AI.
I know, man. Like, there were ways, like, our professors would tell us, like, oh, now we have a program that can tell if you're, copying certain things. And they would tell us that. And, yeah, now.
The devil was Wikipedia. Now it's artificial.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, Wikipedia was still pretty new, like, back when I was in college. And our professors would allow it. Back then,
wow.
Because they would say, well, like, because they had sources, as long as your Wikipedia article had like the sources like cited, and you would put those sources in there, they would allow it,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this now I don't know. They have to constantly create programs to make sure that what you're using is, AI. Oh man, that must be hard to deal with that.
And make a sharp distinction between rot work and creative work. Let
The
AI
rote
write.
work, yeah,
Yeah, what did I say?
rot.
It's
I mean,
because it's rotting your brain.
rotten. It's rotting your brain.
Let AI write quick emails. Don't let it write your essays or your memos. I've done that. I've asked, write a caption. How should I write this email?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we rely on it as a time saver because we're always crunched for time.
Yeah.
It does help as a time saver. It absolutely does.
I've used my resume with AI. Update my resume. I submitted what was on it, change it for this job application.
It's not a bad idea to do that to make yours stand out. But at this point, so many people are using it, it's not going to stand out anymore.
My fiance told me, you got to quit talking to AI so much. She said, it's going to turn on us eventually. She's like, it's going to be like Ultron. You can't stop talking to it.
It's going to know all your fears, all your secrets.
All right, over the last few weeks, there was a series of surveys on social media posted by someone who was aiming to make the perfect macaroni and cheese. Here's the result of those surveys online, all right? So the noodle spirals were the clear winner and majority at 55%. Cheese, cheddar was number one at 40%. Spices, the most popular suggestions were pepper, dry mustard, paprika, salt, Dijon mustard, garlic powder, and onion powder.
They're going all in with them spices right there.
Meat. Around 2/3 of people voted for none to keep it classic and vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't want meat in my mac and cheese.
Vegetables, again, a majority of people voted none to keep it plain.
Nope, keep it plain.
Sauce. That wasn't about added sauces, but the perfect consistency of cheese sauce, Nancy.
Right.
The most popular response was plenty but not crazy.
Yes.
Dairy, the most popular answer was adding some whole milk. Mm-hmm. And cooking style. It was close, but oven baked beat stovetop. 58% to 42%. What you say, is this the perfect way to make mac and cheese?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm not going to go too crazy on the spices because I want the cheese to be the star, of the show.
You don't want it too fancy.
Yeah, not too fancy. I really want the cheese to be the star. Now, a little bit of spice to bring out to enhance the flavor. Absolutely.
I am kind of particular. I don't like a lot of cheese. There's some mac and cheeses I don't care for. A basic one, yeah, but the one that has like a heavy dose of cheese, like it's real cheesy.
My brother's known for that.
Like, what's those noodles that are like almost like I don't know, like shaped like this, Nancy? It's like a little cup. I don't know. It's almost like eye
the
contact.
shells?
Yeah, the little shell
The
ones.
little shell mac and cheese. I like those.
There's people that make that and they have like such thick cheese. I'm like, no.
So, I don't know if he's ever made mac and cheese, but he will do that green bean casserole every year. I'm talking about my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He puts so much cheese in it, I can't eat it. I'm like, Mike, it's too much cheese. He will use blocks, like a couple of blocks of cheese. I'm like, that's too much. Y'all gonna be in the bathroom forever. Like, I can't
he won't be in the bathroom at all. You'll be constipated on that cheese.
It's gonna be too much of a good thing. I said, you're overdoing it. Please stop. Y'all gonna clog your arteries forever.
My dad's like that with seasoning. He thinks the more pepper you put in there, the better.
I said, no, you're ruining it, man.
I'll tell you what, the best way to make mac and cheese is when you put the hot water in there and you put it in the microwave and you stir it with the powder and then boom, you got mac and cheese.
Hey, that's good. That's good in a pinch. That's good in a pinch. That's what I did yesterday.
More goose, more gas, more fun, more laughs on the way. You're listening to Q93. Good morning. Remember when everyone used to update their status on social media, Nancy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed how it's taken a nosedive?
Yeah, for sure.
A new survey from a privacy company found 55% of Americans say maintaining their social media presence now feels more like work than fun. Now, some people get paid for all that, but some people make money from social media, but those are few and far in between, I believe. More than half say they're posting less than they did 5 years ago, and many are being much more selective about what they share. And I feel like I don't post a lot. I probably do more because of our job here at Sunlight Broadcasting. However, I feel like on my private Facebook page, like anytime I do post something, someone's got to make some like snarky remark or like joke on you in person. Like they won't like your post or comment on, but when they see you, they're gonna like throw it in your face, kind of thing.
I know. People are just ugh.
But you sure are sitting there as a friend of mine watching it.
I know.
Nosy loser.
Whoa.
You know?
Nosy loser.
It's true. Like you have those friends, like they just like watch in silence of everything that's being posted so they can talk crap about it into your face or about others.
I don't have friends like that.
Like, why are you on Facebook? You never post nothing. You never like
That's
anything.
why you
never comment.
Delete those friends, Josh.
Like, I hate people that do that.
Do yourself a favor. Just delete those friends.
Y'all are just them nosy people.
Delete them from social media and delete them from your life. You don't need friends like that.
Well, the biggest reasons people are pulling back are political arguments, endless doom scrolling, and concerns about privacy. By the way, an update on that story we did about Facebook with that AI feature, that image generator thing, where they could use public profile pictures. They took it back. They took it off Instagram, and I believe they changed it. So they heard the outrage. They kind of toned that back. I wanted to make sure we clarified that and give an update on that. But the survey also found younger adults feel the pressure the most when it comes to social media, Gen Z, with most likely saying social media has become exhausting.
It is.
So maybe if we do update our status one last time, it should read, going outside, be back, maybe never. What say you, Nancy?
I kind of like that because whenever I do log on, it's mostly things that just make me sad or angry or just fatigued.
You know what I noticed the other day?
There
was this story that I don't even follow this crap, but it shows up as stuff on your feed from the algorithm or whatever. And it was a news story. I don't remember what the news story was, but I thought it was legit. I read it and then I realized it was fake. Then I got out of it and I kept scrolling. You don't think like 3 posts later, the same crap is on my feed somewhere else posting the same fake story. I knew it was fake. And then I scroll some more. Another one. As soon as you touch something, they want to show it to you over and over again.
You have to block it and do all this other stuff. And then the people who are sharing it, if they're like friends of yours who are sharing it, you have to just, block the content that they're sharing somehow. I had to fix the algorithm, just continuously block what my friends were sharing. And then it kind of adjusted my algorithm.
Yeah.
So that's what it did. But it was a pain in the butt to do it. So where I'm at the point, I'm hardly on it anymore because it's a lot of AI slop that's being shared, like pictures of, and
people fighting.
People fighting. I'm basically, if I log on now, it's like I want to see what's going on in my hometown because people are sharing updates about, what happened in town that I'm kind of checking out. But it's other things like to keep up with events, current events, the news.
It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. I just think the way the algorithm is these days, they've kind of ruined social media in a way. They need to just let you see what your friends post in the order that they posted in and be done with that.
And too many ads.
Yeah, quit telling me what you think I want to see.
Right.
I follow what I want to see.
I know. I hardly ever see from the friends I want to hear from.
No, I'm okay with an occasional suggested post or something, a recommendation.
Right.
But I don't want my whole feed to be that, constantly.
I'm hardly even on it anymore.
Rant over. If you want to find us on social media, you can.
Yeah.
At Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. We sound like some old people.
We are, Josh. We're getting there.
Just because I remember how social media used to be. It used to be cool.
Back in my day,
we saw what we actually posted on social.
That's right. We saw what we wanted to see. Our friends' post came up first.
I could change my profile song back in my day.
We had songs that would play. We had MySpace.
Ella Langley, she's on top of the world right now. She's been going viral, too, for speeches she's been giving at her shows, whether it's speaking about mental health or her faith. This past weekend, as Nancy mentioned earlier, she spoke to fans on stage about comparing themselves to others on social media. This is what she had to say, Nance. Quote, I think with social media and how we get to see into everyone's life, you feel behind or you feel not good enough or not pretty enough or not cool enough or you can't sing this way or you can't dance this way. Who gives a crap? This is who I am. That's what you get. That's what Ella Langley had to say. What say you, Nancy?
Yeah, totally. Why are you comparing yourself to everybody else?
Yeah, because you're only getting a snapshot of their life, and it's only the highlights.
That's what I've always heard people say. Like, you're looking at other people's highlight reel. You don't see what's going on in their everyday life.
No one's posting the depressing or bad stuff.
Right. I mean, some people are. Let's be honest. We're eating our popcorn while we're watching all the drama sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's interesting when they post, like, all the drama,
That's more just than being a messy person in general. Most people don't post drama.
Don't, But don't compare yourself to everyone's highlight reel.
No, you're not in a race with anyone. You're on your own path in life.
Absolutely true.
Focus on you.
Absolutely true. Well, once you're in I think it's harder on kids. Like, whenever you're in school, that's such a microcosm, especially like high school, junior high, and that kind of thing. It's such a small world. Then when you get out to the bigger world, you're like, oh my God, I'm really not in a race with anybody.
It's true.
You're just at your own pace, living your own life, and you realize circumstances happen to you randomly. Some of it's your own choosing, but then some of it is just
for your
happens
own growth,
to you
too.
For your own growth. Exactly.
Sometimes you got to go through things to grow as a person.
That's what it is. You can't have everything happen peaches and cream and sunshine and rainbows all the time because you'll never grow as a human being. You'll never have that inner depth.
I find things that I found I wouldn't be able to handle when I was younger. Like, I always dread certain situations. I'm like, man, I'm never going to be able to handle that when it comes up.
Yes.
I found life has a way of sprinkling things in here and there, and it gets you prepared for when that does eventually happen.
You nailed it, Josh.
It's very interesting how life works like that.
Yeah.
But don't compare yourself to those idiots on social media.
Right.
If you see an ant in your kitchen, your first instinct is probably to squish it. That's what we did when I worked the election a few weekends ago. We found some ants in the kitchen. We start killing those babies. But ant biology expert. It must be nice to be one of those. I bet you they get paid well.
Oh, yeah.
Ant biology expert.
An
What do you do for a
entomologist.
living? I am a ant expert in biology. According to this expert, squishing ants actually makes your problem way worse. When you squish an ant, it releases these, I think it's called pheromones.
The pheromones? Yeah.
Pheromones that signal to other ants in their colony. Whenever they get that distress signal, worker ants rush over to remove the body. What starts as one ant
Yeah.
can quickly turn into a swarm, which would explain when we were killing them, when we were working the election at the little civic center, there was like more and more and more and more. They were coming for their little ant.
I know. They're actually amazing little creatures when you think about it, because they can actually do first aid on each other. If one of them is missing a leg or something, they will take it and they will do like first aid on
Are you
it.
serious?
I watched a video on this before. It's like this old little science documentary or something. They can do little first aid on each other's ants, and I forgot how they do it. It's something with their saliva and whatnot, and they will go and like repair it and move it over, because they're little soldiers and they will take care of each other and do it like
They're
that.
like army men, but ants.
They really are. I mean, they really are. And I've always felt kind of bad for them. You know, we don't want them in our house, but it's like they're such amazing little creatures. And I think I always kind of felt bad ever since I saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when I was little. You had Andy the Ant, and Andy the Ant like saved the kids. Like, so I was like, oh, look, Andy the Ant.
You know what I think of? Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, Ant-Man.
the very first Ant-Man
right.
movie, when he's training, he gets help from all the ants, and they
Yeah.
kind of explain the different type of ants and the things they can do,
Yeah.
which was factual. It's pretty amazing, like
Right.
you said.
But like you said, you can't have them in your house, you know. But that's
Right.
why they make those the pesticides that
Ant poison.
the poison stuff that work against the pheromones, so where they're not coming back into your house.
The expert says depending on the type of ant, things can get bad fast if you just squish them when you find them,
Right.
especially for fire ants. The best thing you can do is to set the ant outside, he says. They also recommend trying to block entry points where ants are getting in, and wipe down any surfaces with lemon juice or vinegar to throw them off their trails if you do kill one.
Yeah.
So they don't sin it.
That's why I don't squish them. That's why I always try to put them outside. If I see them on my porch, I sweep them off, and then I start spraying around my porch instead with something that keeps the scent away.
It's fascinating. So if you have time today, Google ant, like different type of ants and like their characteristics, what they can do. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they really are little amazing creatures.
You know, whenever people talk about racy vanity plates, there are, references to when Kramer was randomly assigned the Ass Man
Yes!
license plate on your favorite show, Seinfeld.
That was a great episode.
Well, that almost exactly is what happened to this lady. 76-year-old woman in Florida. Her name is Nancy Stritto.
Yes.
She received her new license plates in the mail recently. She couldn't believe what she saw. It was SQZ-5AA.
Or A55.
What did I say?
5AA.
I'm dyslexic.
A little bit. A55.
Sorry, it was SQZ-A55. I literally read that the opposite way.
It's okay.
It looks a lot like it was intended to say squeeze ass.
Yes!
Nancy did not order these as vanity plates to be funny. That's not her style. It was
It's
just
my
a
style,
random-
though. I would have taken those.
For this Nancy,
and
yes.
I would have been like proudly displaying those plates.
She says she went ballistic and
Oh,
wondered
come
how that
on.
could have passed state inspection. She says, I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community who's going to be 77 years old will be driving around with what this plate has to say. Oh, but she will. Even though officials say she can request a new plate for free, Nancy has decided to keep it.
Yes!
After her friends at the retirement community encouraged her to roll with it.
Should be the most popular one at the retirement community. Come on.
She says, I'm kind of, resigning to
Yeah.
it. Maybe it was destined to be on my car.
That's right. Go with it, Nancy.
She
I'm
says,
proud of her.
I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. And actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
You go for it, Nancy. That's right. That's right, girl.
I think it's funny how people go from being, I'm going to just say it, very horny. And lovey-dovey and all that. And then you get older and then, you don't want to cuss. You don't want to be racy or
Yeah, but
raunchy.
At her age, though, when she was, she might have when she was younger.
You know you
she was
squeezed that
more-
ass.
She was probably,
Stop acting like you're holier than thou, old lady.
No, at her time, they were more demure. I say own up to it. Good for you.
Good for you. So
Yeah.
shout out to Nancy this morning.
I looked at it and I said, I don't think so. I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say. I'm kind of resigning to it. I figured maybe it was just destined to be on my car. I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. Actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
We talked about earlier this week, it's been 10 years since Stranger Things first premiered on Netflix. Isn't that
Yes.
crazy?
I doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I forgot they took like really long breaks in between, and we kept joking like, "Oh man, them kids are gonna be ready for their colonoscopies
It did
before
take
last
long.
season." And yeah,
Well, to celebrate, you can actually watch the first season in a VHS special edition. Happy Flashback Friday.
nice. I love that idea.
Netflix says rewind and relive the first season with a video store vibe that's glitchy, grainy, and gloriously vintage, just like you have rented it in 1983.
I love that idea. I actually still have a VHS player. It's like a combination DVD and VHS player.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool.
Well, it's not literally on VHS. It's streaming on Netflix.
Oh, well, dang. I thought they were going to
No.
put out a VHS. That would be, I would love that if they put out an actual
No
VHS.
one they don't sell VHS players anymore.
But see,
Why
some
would they
people,
put a VHS
some
tape out?
people like me still have VHS players.
You know how much money it costs to put some out like that for the few hundred people that still have a VHS tape player?
They're cheap to make.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, so what they did was it's streaming on Netflix. They added the tracking lines, the slight color bleeding, the CRT, monitor
Oh,
distortion.
It's fake VHS. I'm disappointed. I want an actual VHS. That would have been so cool.
And they added the warm, fuzzy audio crackle that you would
Okay.
get from the well-worn tape ran straight from Family Video. So, by the way, the entire cast did return for a look back on the last 10 years for a special video. So you can watch that as well. I think it's cool. It gives you a reason to maybe rewatch the first season again.
Yeah. I mean, I will check it out. I will say that. I'll check it out. But I'm a little disappointed that it's not a real VHS because I grew up with VHS. I still have VHS tapes that my dad recorded so many years ago off TV, and we have VHS players still.
My parents have some home videos
Yeah.
on tape.
Oh, yeah, we have home video, too.
I regret getting rid of all our Disney ones, though, because that
Yeah.
would have been vintage. You saw Taylor Swift. She got
I
her
still have
signed
some.
by the cast of Toy Story.
I still have some vintage, Disney VHS. Josh, you
Nancy?
ever been to a medium, spiritual medium?
Nope.
I have before, several times. Gone to some with friends, for fun, to see what it was all about. And we have some that were, total nonsense, didn't know what they were talking about. You have some that go, they might know a thing or two. Never know. I had one in one of my college classes. They actually brought someone in who's helped with the police before to solve crimes. Oh. Yeah, so, there are people out there, I think, who do have a gift. Mm-hmm. And there are people out there, most of them, I think, are total baloney.
Total baloney.
I think the majority of them are baloney.
What's
but
a malarkey?
I think malarkey. But I think there are some with a gift. But that being said, here are the 4 biggest things mediums say they wish everyone knew about death. So number 1, they believe death isn't the end. They describe it as a shift instead of a goodbye. They say loved ones are still connected to us, just in a different way. Many believe signs can show up in dreams, songs, or unexpected moments. My dad used to come to me in my dreams quite often. I haven't seen him in a long time, but it's very different. My grandfather, too, would do that. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, if you've ever had a dream where a loved one comes, it's very different from a dream. It's a visit.
It feels so real.
It is, because you can tell it's very different from a dream. And it's hard to explain, but you just know it's different because it's a visit, not a dream.
It's almost like they're there to let you know they're okay.
That's what it is.
And I've heard many people tell me this, so it's not something that
Yeah.
one person came up with.
That's right. And I promise you will know the difference between that and a dream. Another one, they say, fear is normal, but don't let it take over. The mediums say it's natural to wonder what happens after we die. Just don't let the fear take control. Number 3, they believe pain stays behind. According to the mediums, once someone dies, their physical and emotional pain is gone. Some even believe that the soul continues learning beyond this life. Number 4, no one crosses over alone. They say one of the biggest misconceptions is that people die lonely. Instead, they believe loved ones are welcomed with peace and love. One of the biggest takeaways is not to worry so much about what happens after we die, but to focus on the time we've got left. So that gives me a sense of peace. I mean, these are things I've already believed anyway, you know?
When I was younger, death scared me. It kind of freaked me out. It still does to a certain point. But I notice as I get older, I get more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes back to what we were talking about on yesterday's show. Life gives you things to handle, and you grow and mature.
Exactly.
And I think death is one of those things.
Right. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, as we get older, we just experience death, from loved ones more. I mean, usually we see older relatives pass before us, so we kind of get that experience. Or maybe we have a pet, that passes some of us whenever.
Tough.
And that's kind of one of the early things that we experience as children, like we learn from pets or older relatives.
I sure hope our pets are in heaven, Nancy.
They're at the Rainbow Bridge, Josh. That's what it is, the Rainbow Bridge.
Good news. Or no, what you talk about dreams. I had a dream when my aunt passed away.
Yeah.
Only one time, and she was there, and my dogs that had just died, Angel and Annie, were with her. And it's almost like she was telling me, "Hey, don't worry about your pets. I'm taking care of them up here." Like, it was brief, it was quick, but it stuck with me.
Can I tell you real quick the last one I had of my dad, and it was the best one ever, and I haven't seen him since because it made me feel the best. Whenever I was in this forest with this beautiful ambient glow, like cedar trees and juniper trees everywhere, and he was kind of young looking, like I remembered him like young, healthy, like in his 30s, and he had his little mustache. He was sitting down reading on a log, and we were visiting like it was old times, and all of a sudden I stood up and I said, "Oh my God, I forgot you died." And he grinned from ear to ear, and he stood right in front of me. He said, "I'm right here."
Aww.
Like he had found his little spot of heaven that he loved. He said, "I'm right here." And ever since then, I knew he was safe, in a safe place. And one time I saw him with his dad. They come in on a boat, and they were both together. And they were just like fishing on this boat together.
That's
and
wild.
I'm telling you, it was the most peaceful ever. Yeah.
And it's like you usually wake up right after.
I did.
Yeah.
It's like they let you know they're okay.
You're listening to the best of the Morning Q Crew. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. and subscribe to the best of the Morning Q Crew podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Let's go! Q93.